finishing page 23 of Tears of the Tiger and going to page 31. Yeah, I go every Saturday from 6 in the morning till 6 at night. Wow, that's a long day. Yeah, they said that they wanted my attention first thing in the morning. Well, they sure got it. That's even earlier than I leave for school. I went to the first one last week. It wasn't so bad. Actually, I learned a lot. Did you talk to the counselors there about returning to normal sports activities, including basketball? Games starting at 8, Can you make it on Saturday? Yeah, no problem. They said they wanted me to have as normal a school life as possible. It's not like those programs that take away all your privileges completely. So I asked them about sports, and they said that as long as I didn't miss any sessions over there and was able to keep my grades somewhere above basement level, I could play basketball again. I'd like to try, Coach. It's been rough on all of us, Andy. We haven't had a practice, and we forfeited 2 games since the accident. But I feel that it's time to move on. I think Robbie would have wanted us to keep playing, don't you? Yeah, I think he would. He would have. We'll have our first practice tomorrow. I'll see you then. Thanks, Coach, for everything. Sad songs, juicy gossip. Dear Sandra, November 22nd. Dear Sandra, well, how is California treating you? Do you like it any better since you moved? My dad won't let me call you long distance anymore since we talked all last month. The bill came to over $200, and he was ready to kill me. Even after the great Thanksgiving meal we had yesterday, he wouldn't give in. He just doesn't understand that when your best friend moves 2,000 miles away, you just have to do a lot of catching up. I've got so much to tell you. Just wait till you hear what happened at school. 2 weeks ago, right after a basketball game, Robbie Washington got killed in a car accident. It was awful. Andy Jackson was driving. BJ and Carson and Tyrone Mills were also in the car. Those 3 got out okay, but Robbie, he got burned to death because the car blew up or something. Everybody at school was crying, and they had this special memorial service for Rob. Then these people from downtown called grief counselors came to talk to us. We were supposed to share our sorrows with them. Yeah, right. Mostly they sat around and looked concerned and smiled a lot. What seems to help us the most was us talking in small groups with our friends and some of the teachers. It's going to be rough getting over this. Hardly any of us ever knew anybody who had died before. You kind of figured if you're 17 you'll live forever, but Robbie didn't. That's scary. Anyways, I told you that I've been kind of liking Tyrone ever since school started, but he never paid me much attention. Well, he called me the day after the accident, and we talked for about 3 hours. Good thing it wasn't a long distance. He told me how the police questioned him and how bad he felt, and how he was glad to have me to talk to him. He told me he thought I was cute, but he didn't want to bother me because he thought I was going with Gerald. But for real, I told him that me and Gerald were just friends. Gerald's cousin, Latrice, remember her? The one who got pregnant? And my older sister Jackie were best friends, so me and Gerald knew each other pretty well. But I never even considered going with him. So I told Tyrone all this, and he asked me if he could come over on that Saturday. So we've been talking pretty regular ever since then. I still can't get over it. He is so fine. Andy and Keisha are still hooked up. She said to tell you hi next time I write you. She said Andy is having a hard time adjusting to the accident. I guess I would too. If I was driving and my best friend had gotten killed, he gets these crying spells, she said, and gets real depressed. His mother is sending him to a shrink, I hear. As far as I'm concerned, his mama needs a shrink. When she comes to the basketball games, which isn't often, she wears high heels and a silk dress and a full-length leather coat. All the other moms wear sweatsuits and jogging shoes. She always seems uncomfortable there, like the noise of the game offends her or something. I don't remember his dad ever showing up at all. Well, I'm getting one of those sore spots on my finger from writing all this. If anything else happens this exciting, I'm just going to have to sneak and call you anyway. My dad won't really kill me, he just hollers a lot. I'm sending you this last issue of the Hazelwood Herald so you can catch up on the rest of the school stuff. Write back as soon as you can. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Love, Rhonda. P.S. Girl, that Tyrone can really kiss. Makes me want to stand up and shout, Hallelujah! If I could change the world. Gerald Nickleby, English homework, November 29th. Personal essay topic, if I could change the world. If I could change the world, I'd get rid of peanut butter, Band-Aids, and $5 bills. I know this sounds like a weird list, but I got my reasons. First, I'd get rid of peanut butter. When I was little, peanut butter and jelly was my favorite kind of sandwich. Mama would fix it as a special treat, and it always made my lunchbox smell so good. But Mama left and the peanut butter stayed. We get it free, so there's jars of it sitting around. Sometimes that's all there is. It sticks to my teeth and it seems like it sticks my bones together. It always makes me feel clogged up. I'd also get rid of Band-Aids for two reasons. One, they're beige. They say on the box, skin tone is the color of the Band-Aids. Inside, whose skin? Not mine. So I hate wearing Band-Aids because they're so noticeable. And people always say, how did you get that cut or bruise or those stitches? And I always have to make up a reason about how I hurt myself. When Andy came back to school after the accident, he was wearing a bunch of Band-Aids. At least it took the attention away from me for a while. But I'd eliminate Band-Aids, at least the beige one. Finally, I'd get rid of $5 bills. With a $5 bill, somebody's stepfather can buy a bottle of whiskey, a nickel bag of pot, or a rock of crack. He smokes it or drinks it and goes home and knocks his kids around, or his wife before she got sick of it and left. He makes his kids wish they could leave. The next morning, he doesn't even remember what he did with a $5 bill. Andy and the guys bought a 6-pack of beer. They ended up buying $5 worth of death. It seems like all a 5 spot can do is buy trouble. So I get rid of $5 bills. So to make my world better, I get rid of peanut butter, Band-Aids, and $5 bills. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I actually hope y'all are enjoying me reading this because it's really tiring and stressful to read all this because there's still lots more pages to go, and I want to be reading this if y'all want to listen to it. So yeah. If y'all don't like me reading this, please tell me in the comments. It's okay. I can stop reading it, but if y'all want me to continue reading it, I'll continue reading it. So yeah. It's just your choice, guys. Because it's stress, because I already read so far to page 31, and now I can continue on tomorrow and read to, I estimate, some words in this, some words in this book I cannot say.